Well, it's that time of year again. We start to feel real happy. Why? Because we're not going to work. If you believe in Santa Claus and you celebrate Christmas, you're looking forward to Santa Claus coming down the chimney giving you some presents. It's a real good time of year. So in that good time of year, we start to feel real good about ourselves. So I start to feel great. So we start making promises to ourselves about, hey, I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna do better in school. I'm gonna be better here, be better there. But guess what happens? The real Merry fucking Christmas happens when all of that noise is gone, it's quiet, and it's you against you, and now all those endorphins are gone. And I promise you made about getting up early and getting after it to go lose weight, study harder, guess what? It's a lot harder now. That repetition becomes a lot harder now. Okay, relax. Just relax. Can you find your balls? Once you locate those, I need you to grab them. After you grab them, I need you to go find some shoes. If you got some shoes, you can go walk. You can go run. As far as the gym you can't find, do you have a floor where you live? Do some push-ups. Do some sit-ups. We're waiting to find purpose. We're waiting to find why. We're waiting to find all this shit before we start. The thing about it is this. Start now. So when you find your purpose and you find your why, you can get after it. So another year has come and gone. And a lot of us are in the same place we were last year. What the are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our lives. And we think we can take days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves options on which way we're gonna go in life. Am I gonna run today? Am I gonna work out today? Well, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. Do you think time gives a fuck that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You give me too many options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. You keep on sitting around wondering what the you want to do, you're just gonna run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the crowd. That may take time off, but you can't afford to. Self-esteem is built at a young age. I had 0. So that's why that discipline for me was so important. It takes nothing to be a loser. And that's why I hold most people to a higher standard, because I know how little it takes, little ability. Like you need no talent, you need no greatness inside of you, and you can still be a bad mother. Anybody that follows me knows one thing. I should be a fat guy. So I get all these emails about how people want to lose weight. I want to lose 50 pounds, Goggins, in 3 months. How do I do it? My response to them is, what have you done so far? I know the answer. The answer is nothing. I know you to wake up one morning and decide to email me to see what you can do. You woke up for days and weeks and months, not like when you saw in the mirror, going out for a little run, feeling your damn fat, jiggling shit. If you want something, everything out there is free to you. Google the mother. My diet was breakfast run, lunch run, dinner run, snack run. See, there's all kind of months. Some folks got sober October. They got all kind of shit for people go through trying to better themselves. I got do every day. Get after it everyday mentality. That said, when you push that hard, you go to the well. Well, my well was empty. The cookie jar in there had stale loaded cookies. They weren't working no more. Gotta find something else. Had to get that conqueror's mindset back, where I just don't give a shit about anything. Just grind. A lot of people out there talk about they're missing something in their lives, and they don't know what the it is. You don't know what it is because you live in a soft environment 24/7. Learn to get out of it. Life is one big tug of war, and you don't win that tug of war by pushing the rope. You have to pull that motherfucker. And a lot of times you have to pull yourself through life. This morning, I did not want to get up, so I had to pull my ass out of bed. But guess what? The more and more I got into that run, each step into that run, I started gaining more and more confidence. But to gain that confidence, you have to be willing to pull yourself out of bed pull yourself out of a funk, pull yourself out of whatever the life is throwing at you to gain that confidence. By the time the run was over, I was like, you motherfucker, I once again beat your ass. You gotta be willing to find the confidence. Stay in the fight, stay in the war, stay in the battle, armor your mind.
Now I'm thinking, it's New Year's resolutions times. What am I gonna do? Lose weight? You back at work? Study harder? Want to spell at that shit? Every year we do about 2 weeks. If a job, a confrontation's coming. A confrontation is you versus you. When that alarm clock goes off, it's time to get after it. It's to be you and your mind. That's when the demon comes out. Talks to you. Evade. Go back to sleep on it. Stay hard. Stay in the fight. And get the fuck up.
All right. It's the time of year we try to make our dreams come true. But the reality of all that is sacrifice. And those dreams quickly become nightmares. But in those nightmares are where our demons lie. That's the domain in which they know we don't want to go into on those early mornings. It wakes up all these things that we failed at. Past childhood drama. Those demons are in those nightmares. That's what keeps us from accomplishing our dreams. Oh, they know every year we got them. So this year, their back is turned to the doorway. Because they know you ain't going into nightmare land. But you're going in there. And when their backs are turned, you can rear naked choke them motherfuckers out. Every one of them. That's the mentality you must have. And always have. I got big goals this year. But in true Goggins fashion, there'll always be setbacks. So people think I killed that 300-pound man of mine. Oh no. He lurks. That's my inner bitch. Whenever I'm in a setback or defeated, he pops up in my mind. Every morning I wake up and get a nice green smoothie. Get after it. This morning, I smell in the kitchen, bacon and eggs cooking. That big boy in my mind, he's always waiting with a knife and fork in one hand. Big on there so he don't get all up. Wait, call me back to the dark side. Oh no, not today, motherfucker. I know how you look. I know how you sound. There'll always be complications and setbacks before the finish line. We must be ready for them. Ha ha! Stay hard. Let's approach our goals this year with a different mindset. A surgical mindset. When I was in elementary, our science teacher had us get a glass and put it in the sink. He said, before you go to bed, turn the faucet on so this one drip gets into that cup. And by the time you wake up, it'll be full of water. He was teaching us about volume. I didn't learn shit about volume that day. I learned about patience. All I wanted to do was turn that faucet on and fill that glass up. That's not how our goals go. Our goals don't go fast like that. They go like that drip of water. But what I took from it is this. That drip of water was building that endurance in your mind. That drip of water was building that calluses in your mind. And that's what we need to have. This is a slow process. And that drip of water taught me that. Merry Christmas and stay hard.
One of the keys to my success in life was I was able to see myself at the end of a very difficult task before I even started it. When I was 297, out of shape and afraid of water, I was able to see myself at graduation as a Navy SEAL. But as time went on, I kept on getting rolled back to day one. And every day it got longer and longer. So what I had to do was I had to take this big chunk and make it small. So I became the master of the one day that I was living. We have to do that now. We don't know when the end is coming to this. So we gotta master that one day. It may keep on getting pushed back day after day. If you master that day and want to be harder and stronger, you'll figure it out. Most days in life when I wake up, I'm not motivated, hungry, or driven. I commit to myself, to the best version of myself. What most of us are looking for is a special feeling of, oh, I feel great this morning. I'm gonna get out of bed and get a quick 5 miles in or go to the gym. If you're looking for that feeling, let me tell you one thing ain't gonna come. You have to learn to do when you don't want to do. Learn to bring that savage mentality out of yourself. The animalistic motherfucker. You think a savage gives a f about how he feels or how she feels? They just do it. Learn to be your best self when you're least motivated. Stop looking for a feeling to control what goes on in your life. You have an obstacle to overcome, so overcome them regardless of what's going on. I don't negotiate with myself. Most of us come out here, we explain away why we can't do shit, and we stick in this negotiation process in our mind. You can't negotiate these things. They're definite. So I'm getting ready to board my plane yesterday, and this NFL football player comes up to me. He goes, Goggins, can I ask you a question? How do you keep that dog mentality? I said, let me ask you a question. When you were younger, what did you want to be? He said, an NFL football player. But once I got there, I lost that dog mentality. He had a finish line in his brain. Guess what? A true dog mentality? I have a dog at home. I can feed that motherfucker all day long. He never gets full. It's not enough you made to the NFL. Be the MVP. It's not enough you ran a 5K. Win a 10K. It's not enough you became a doctor. Be a better doctor. It's not enough you lost 50 pounds. Go out there and do something with it. Guess what? It's 109 out here, but guess what? It's not enough. I had a marketing guy get a hold of me the other day. He goes, how in the world do you stay at the top of the list with your book never finished and you don't do any marketing? I go, it's easy. It's because of all you out there who are trying to get better, who are looking for more, who on January 1 don't give a f. It's just a Sunday to you. It's to you out there who are starting that new movement, that new woke movement, who are waking up tired of being a bitch, who are waking up tired of being afraid, who are waking up tired of being a victim. Those of you out there who aren't half-stepping, I appreciate you all. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, we all have dreams. I had them when I was younger. So I figured the best place to make those dreams come true are in isolation. So I walked into isolation as David Goggins, but I walked out of isolation as Goggins. Where you become a savage is in isolation. When you're training for a big MMA fight or just a boxing match, you don't stay outside of isolation. You go in isolation. And that's where your mind changes. That's where your focus changes. Your dedication changes. Don't use this time to up your mind. Use it to gain strength, gain focus. Isolation is the key to strengthening your mind. Come out as savage. It might be April where you are, and you're expecting nice weather and shit, but it's 20 degrees. So, you might be somewhere where it's too hot. So, you might have sore legs, sore back, sore shoulder. So, the struggle is real. It never gets any easier. You gotta get harder. I was out yesterday, getting after it. Had one of the best runs I've had in a long time. PR'd that bitch. So, no one cares what you did yesterday. It only matters what you're doing today. Those who take me literally, so I'm a cheerleader for those who want to be better, not for those who want to stay the same. Life isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. Life is not biased to anyone. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, gay or lesbian, rich or poor. Life doesn't discriminate. Once you accept the fact that life is going to f you up in one way or another, you can start preparing for it. The right mindset is everything. It'll be the only thing that will get you through life. Having a can't hurt me mentality will always keep you in the fight. Maybe you were a victim of being called fat growing up. Folks make fun of you and shit. Maybe you weren't the smartest mother in school, and people can't match you for that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's great power in adversity.
If you're a victim of any kind, make sure you use that shit to become successful. Don't look for revenge. Look for the reckoning. And I guarantee you, all those people who with you growing up, you might just be their boss. They'll come looking for a favor. And when they do, you got an option to say okay, or do what I do and say go yourself. The first thing you gotta do is the exact opposite of everybody else. I own a bulldog. I've owned lots of dogs in my lifetime, but I've never seen a dog eat like this. You put the food down, she buries her face in the bowl and attacks it, never looks up. So I was worried about it. So I called the breeder. I asked the breeder, what's up with this shit? She says, yes, as puppies, there's limited food, so they attack it. They're afraid they won't eat. So I figured she'd outgrow it. 6 years later, she's got her own bowl, refrigerator full of food, but her mentality is the exact same. She acts like there's 20 puppies out there trying to steal her food. When you get that kind of mentality, you'll be successful. This is a mindset. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But there's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you have. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But if it is, it's gonna be your ass. So I've been grinding lately. Had to go back to the lab, readjust some shit in my brain, put a lot of miles in. Every day, run over 20 miles a day, getting up early, going to bed early, eating the right shit. This last week, started taking a toll on me. I usually don't think too much. Get my shoes on, head the out. I've been thinking a lot. That internal voice has been talking to me. Talking about, oh man, you're tired. Looking at my shoes about 30 minutes before I put the motherfucker on. Pushing back the time of that I go out to go run. So I decided to tape record myself. That internal voice I put on tape. Sounds like a straight bitch when I listen to that motherfucker. So if you ever have a hard time out there, tape yourself. Listen to what kind of bitch you're being. The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it. Eventually you act on it, whether it be good or bad. There's haters everywhere in this world. Jealous bitches, people trying to get in your head. The one thing you gotta understand is this, to try to infiltrate your mind. What a lot of boxers do to get away from distractions is they go away before a big fight. A lot of us can't do that. We have to be able to live amongst distractions and be undistracted. Stay in your own mind. Don't let them own yours.
It's funny, man. A lot of you think I don't have a job. You always say, I see it. If I didn't have a job like you, Goggins, I would work out all day. I got a mother job. I work 16-hour days in the fire line. When I'm demoving, that means coming off the fire line, I work 20-hour days. I always get it in. On the fire line, during 16-hour days, still get them in. Lunch hour break, get them in. Any break I have, get them in. The excuse is, you want to make yourself feel better because you want to think that your life is so much harder than somebody else's. It's not. You're lazy. You don't want to put the effort in. You don't want to work at it.
So what's your excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too much? Now it's time for some real talk. Maybe you're the only black person applying for a job. Maybe you're the only female. Maybe you're the only gay person. Job, whatever the may be. Maybe that shit's in your head. Maybe that's your excuse for not being better. Life's a real big picture. When I was young, all those things got in my head. Black, you're not smart enough, single mom, all that bullshit owns space in my head. If you're allowing people and things and situations to own space in your head, you're losing.
Last thing, life's one big head game. You play with yourself. If you lose, it's because you allow life to get in your head. Well, some of you read that I think about when it's hot outside, that it's sunny and 70. Well, it's not today. It's the reality. It's about 90 degrees, 100% humidity. But who gives a shit? That being said, September 3rd, I had to have my book turned in. And what I realized, I'm reading this book a lot. What I realized, I wasn't born this motherfucker. I made him. At the bottom of insecurities, fear, self-doubt, lies, was me buried in the fetal position. How I got out of that was recognizing it, being honest with it, being truthful with it, and then fixing it. We like to live on social media with lies about ourselves, how great we are. Get to the source and fix the problem. This is all about the quitting mind. So what's the quitting mind? So let's say it's day one of a job interview. We all know what that feels like. You have your clothes laid out. You got your food ready to go in the morning. You've been preparing for weeks and weeks and weeks. You show up and you bring your best self. You get the job. Merry Christmas. All right. After a couple months, you start showing up to work a little later. You don't look as good. Your clothes aren't laid out. Your breakfast isn't ready. Your mind's getting softer. We do that shit with everything in life. When New Year's coming up, guess what? Don't have a quitting mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard. So when I first joined the Navy, I had to join the reserves because I couldn't get into active duty because I was so fat. So being a reservist, I got titled a lot of times as a weekend warrior. In the reserves, you work 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. A lot of us live our lives that way. We can't work out without purpose. We need to get into our dress for the wedding. Summertime's coming, so we want to look all good. Our high school reunion's coming up, so we gotta lose weight. The biggest purpose in life isn't all that shit. It's how you respect yourself, how you look at yourself. That's an everyday journey. So every day you should be getting after it. We look at determination, self-discipline. We look at hard work. All these terms is almost like we dread them, almost like a punishment. Those are the biggest words of all time as far as respecting yourself. So don't look at them as dread and punishment. Look at those words as a lifestyle. People want to know how to get permanent, lasting results. This just not easy. Some folks go from heavy to losing weight, back to heavy again. Some folks go from lazy to studs, back to lazy. The list goes on and on and on. A lot of folks take the 4-lane highway to get their results. The 4-lane highway is just that. It's the easy route. On that highway, they have road signs. 5 miles up, hotel. 10 miles up, restaurant. Restrooms, all that shit. It's the easy roadmap to success. Nothing there is permanent. But the other choice that makes permanent is the shovel. That shovel leaves you with calluses on your brain, on your hands. They're permanent. Pick up the shovel. Stay hard. I'd rather you hate me and get better than like me and stay the same. A lot of us are full of shit. I was one of those people back in the day. And sometimes I'm still full of shit. We think that we're working our ass off, working hard. You know, we've been working out hard in the gym for a month, but we haven't seen any results. So we get off down and poopy pants and shit. You study for 30 minutes for a test, and you didn't do as well as you thought. What the do you expect? You're not putting in the work. You have to do more. You gotta stop telling yourself that you're doing enough. In life, it's never enough until you feel this overwhelming feeling of shit, man. I'm outworking the crowd. I'm outworking everybody. I'm doing more. It's not until then, once you get there, that's when you know you've done enough. So when I was going through training, we had to carry these real big heavy ass logs and boats around. And I realized on the toughest of days, my mind would allow the demons to come in and roost in my head and start to give me all these different thoughts. So I realized if I could find a little bit more during training, I could get over these hard times. So what I would do is, after a hard day of getting my ass kicked, I would go to the gym. And I realized if I can go to the gym after these hard days, it would teach my mind that there was no finish line. So one day, this one guy in my boat crew saw me going to the gym. He said, "Why the going to the gym after a hard day at Bud's?" I said, "Those boats and logs are heavy." A couple of days later, we were carrying boats and logs down the beach, down and back. He quit. I looked at him, I said, "Hey, who's gonna carry the boats?" The idea is this: life is the boat. Never forget to train your mind. In life, a lot of us work our ass off, trying to get to a better place, a place that makes us feel better about ourselves. Some people want to do ultra races. They're starting to PR during training. Some people want to be a lawyer or a medical student. So they're taking these practice tests and they're crushing the practice tests. But guess what happens? Once you get to the actual event, your mind isn't ready. Your mind's not prepared. You've been studying, you've been training, you've been working out, but your mind's not prepared. Story for you. When I was 19 years old, I was going through the Air Force trying to be a pararescueman. I was doing push-ups, sit-ups, swimming. I was doing all this shit, knocking out of the park. One of the best in the class. But the second the obstacle got in my way, I wasn't prepared for it mentally. I was a beast. All I was doing was I was training a bigger, stronger, faster quitter. You gotta train your mind for all obstacles that might get in your way. A lot of us dream big. You should dream big. Dreaming big is important. You know, some of us want to be doctors, lawyers, dentists. Some of us want to be in special operations. So you have this big dream you can see so clearly, like it's right in front of you. You can go out and touch it. But the thing about it is, somewhere, if you dream big enough, somewhere down that journey, that dream becomes a nightmare. And what happens in that nightmare, you start to have all these questions, like, if you want to be in special ops, you may not be a great swimmer. You may just realize, I'm not a great swimmer, I'm not a great runner. You may start to fail tests. And all these questions start to flood your mind. Why am I here? I'm not good enough. Trust me, I know all about the questions. They will flood your mind. If you do not have the answers for them, you will quit. The answers lie in the repetitions. You must not forget the repetitions you put into trying to dominate the craft that you're in today. Always, always embrace the suck, adapt to the suck. Stay hawk. The mind is a medieval motherfucker. It's constantly fighting against you. It's the only thing in the history of the world that shows up on time every time. It has the tactical advantage over you. It knows your fears. It knows your insecurities. It knows everything about you. It might be the only thing in that world that knows all about you. You gotta know about it. It's gonna show up when you don't want to show up. It's gonna show up at the worst time possible when you want to be successful. It's gonna say, take the easy road. Take the easy way out. You gotta learn your brain like your brain has learned you.
I just got back from a long run, and what I realized for myself and for a lot of people is that life is one big tug of war between mediocrity and trying to find your best self. So there's tricks to all this crap in life. Life is one big head game. One trick in this situation is, so I didn't want to run, so what did I do? I figured out a couple of things. You have to sometimes let mediocrity think that you're giving into it. So I said, you know what, instead of going for a 20-miler, let's go out for an easy 6 or 7. What that did to my brain was it said, okay, mediocrity thought it won. So it let loose a little bit. It let go of that, oh, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be okay, it's not too bad. The second you get to mile 2, guess what happens? Greatness pulls mediocrity in the butt. Get out there and get after it. So today, I decided to try to PR my long run. So the first half of the run, I'm feeling great. My mind is clear, nothing going on. Think about nothing but just my running pace, what I'm doing, my breathing, everything like that. Get to mile 15, I turn around, and the demons start to creep in. That inevitable wall is creeping up on me. When you push so hard, something's about to give. And I start to give. My mind started to break down. I started feeling my legs starting to hurt. I started feeling dehydrated. Started feeling sorry for myself. Started looking around. No one knows I'm out here running. Why don't you go ahead and just stop? Call your girl, have her pick you up. And that's not a little bitch. And this is when your mind has to change. You gotta start thinking, I'm the grittiest motherfucker in the world. Your dehydration? Lick your lips. Your legs are all sore. You feel like you got shin splints and stress fractures. No, you don't. You got sore legs. Get out of your head and stay hard. I get a lot of questions about how I lost so much weight. People want to know how they can get started. So basically, you're thinking too much off the bat. When I lost my weight, I didn't look for a trainer. I didn't do all that thinking. I didn't go on Jenny Craig. I didn't do all that shit. What I did was I basically stopped eating so much food. I cut my calories down. So as far as the workout goes, we overthink that also. Until you find a trainer, go out there and start walking. Put some shoes on, start running. Go to the gym, do the elliptical trainer. It's not rocket science. A lot of folks talk about overtraining. You gotta train first before you can overtrain. Sometimes you wake up in the morning time and you're sore and you feel like you're overtrained. No, you got sore legs. Get out of your own head and stop overthinking it. In life, there's a lot of things we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be our best. We're supposed to get up early. We're supposed to work out. We're supposed to be uncomfortable. We're supposed to do all these things that people are now looking for a pat on the back. Look at being the person that you're not looking for a pat on the back, but you're leading from the front, knowing one thing. As a human being, we're supposed to do these things.